because I believe every woman has a story to tell. And we all have so much more in common than we think. These are the women next to me.
So you get out, so that happened, you get out of the hospital, and then tell everybody what so you guys live in a house that you guys built, and there's a garage on the main part of it, which is a very nice garage. Like, don't think that it's like, it's maybe not most of our garages.
No, it is not.
And then where you guys live is above the garage.
Correct.
So you come home, and obviously there's stairs that is not conducive for you getting up and down. So where'd you set up camp?
Nope. So when I was in the hospital and Jen knew that I wasn't going to be able to go up our 18 stairs to the main level, she and some friends got together. They built a wall. She had that set up. Friends donated like a hospital bed she had set up for me. She had people coming in and moving furniture out of our second building so they could sit and visit. So we had a couch down there. We had a fridge down there. She made it so convenient for me that I couldn't ask for anything more on that part. When I came home, it was to me, and she did a great job with that. So when company would come, they had to sit.
Yeah, and it was awesome how like she reached out and people came together one day and drywalled the basement and made it a room for you, so it didn't feel like a garage.
That is correct. She made it feel homey for me, that I wouldn't be like, when I say I lived in the garage for 3 months, people thinking, oh, but it wasn't an ordinary garage.
That's what I want to like make sure people know. Like, it's not like our garage. No. Nobody wants to.
This is a 3-car garage, heated floors, heated everything. It's everybody's dream garage.
Right. And that's where there's a bathroom down there. There's like a little kind of mini kitchen almost, minus like an oven.
Right.
And that's where our family parties are when we go there, because there's just space for everybody and kids can kind of run in and out. And yeah, so 3 months living in a garage.
Yeah. Being an amputee, it's hard to get up basically to use the bathroom. Had to bedpan it for a bit, and then I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I was just having a bad day and I was crying, and she goes, you know what, I can help you out there. She brought me a commode over. She got a commode, and I was able to slide transfer to the bathroom. I was 8 weeks non-weight bearing because amputated on one leg, broke on the other. I can't do anything. Mm-hmm. So feeling emotional, I can't do basically anything by myself. People got to be there 24/7. Jen had to go do things. We had people come sit with me.
I mean, yeah, because 8 weeks doesn't sound, right, it's like 8 weeks, okay, but like 8 weeks of not being able to do anything really affects a person.
Oh yeah, and being active and working all the time, and then now all of a sudden you're bedridden basically.
Yeah.
So emotionally it played on me, and I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna be, this isn't me. So in the mornings at 6:30, Jen would every morning come down, make sure I had something to eat and had my coffee and had my pills. Nice days I would go out. I would transfer myself to the wheelchair. I would go out and I would do laps in our driveway. Again, we don't have a normal driveway that everybody has one single lane.
Right.
We have a 3-car garage driveway. So for me, I was like, I'm active. I got to go. So I would wheel myself back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So emotionally, you gotta know your limits, mm-hmm. for one, because there's a couple days I overdid it and I was like, oh, right. But
yeah, but you had to do what you had to do. So talk us through 8 weeks then. Obviously a lot emotionally, a lot physically, but your body was kind of starting to heal. Talk to us about now the kind of where you're at, maybe, like, go ahead.
Well, speed forward. I had the broken ankle, did not know. Automatically I had therapy at home because the company our local 150 is awesome with their insurance. I automatically, when I got home, I had therapy therapy was working with my ankle. I'm like, oh my God, this hurts. Not knowing anything that was broke. But we worked through it. We got through it. There was a lot of therapy, mental for both parts, me and Jen. Got able to where I could get up. We got a Keurig downstairs. I could do pretty much a lot by myself, but she was always there to help. She was trying to take care of the house and everything else. There's times that they would go camping on the weekends and they'd say, come on. I'm like, no, I got to work. I got to work on me getting better. So I would spend literally Friday, Saturday, Sunday working, getting on crutches, getting better in the wheelchair. Therapy wanted me standing by myself. Well, one-legged, that it's hard, especially with a broken ankle, broken leg. So, it took a lot, but I was determined, and that's where I got. And right now I have a prosthetic, still dealing with some pain on the right leg. There's a lot of challenges during the day, nothing, you don't say, I'll run down there quick. Because honestly, being an amputee, there is nothing quick.
It's always a process.
It is a process.
And the prosthetic has not even been an easy process either. It's like, I know you guys were excited about it, obviously, right? And in the long term, it's going to be great. But even the battles with that have not been easy, correct?
That is true. Everybody thinks, hey, you got a leg, just put it on and go. Well, things I found out is you're basically putting your leg in a vise. You're squeezing it in the vise. So now you got this vise, you got your leg. So you and I know if you cut off circulation to your arm or your foot falls asleep, it tingles and it hurts. So if you put pressure on it, it really hurts. So every time I'd have to put my leg on, you would have to mentally say, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. No doubt about it. So you get through that. And then I started with the pin one. So there's a big pin that goes in your sock, and then there's a rubber plate down at the bottom. So now you have this tingly thing, and it hits on there every step. So your body got to get used to it. So it got used to it. It still does every time you put a leg on. You got to take the 5-10 minutes out when you put it on. It hurts. It's always going to hurt. Being an amputee, it just is. So at that point, I'm putting more weight on my bad leg too. So I have both legs that my knees, they hurt. I'm not even going to lie, they hurt.
Yes. I can't imagine. So you're going to therapy right now, every night, right?
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have 2-hour sessions of work hardening, and they say it's the mini boot camp of therapy to get you back to work.
You and I were saying last night, there's not much therapeutic about it.
No. You walk in, you get a couple drinks, and you go. It's that way. And they also say if you're not hurting the next day, we're not doing our job right.
Gosh.
And I forgot the biggest thing that I had to get over, and I'm sorry, is the phantom pain. The phantom pain is no joke. You're feeling a foot there that is not even there, and it feels like somebody is electrocuting it, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh my gosh.
So there was nights, and it lasted about 4 months for myself. Everybody's different. There's people that haven't had it. There's people that it's crazy. And I cried myself to sleep every night. I would cry and be up until 1 o'clock in the morning because it hurt so bad. And when you got pain that bad and you're trying to deal with your mental thing, is this going to be what I'm going to be the rest of my life, this pain? It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
So.
I can't imagine. So is that something that they say you're always like, is it kind of subsided now, or do you still feel it?
No, it's subsided. There's times that I'll feel my foot there and I'm looking down like, this is ridiculous. How do you even feel that? But you do.
Right.
I don't have that pain that I had. It's just something your nerves got to get used to.
Gosh, wow. So, okay. So future wise, what's the outlook for the future? What's work look like? What's it look like?
Future wise, I got 6 more weeks of this therapy, and they say I'll be able to return back to work It'll be tough. I'm going to have to adjust because jeans and boots is my work. So
Yeah.
fortunately, I have a father-in-law that owns a upholstery shop, or my in-laws own the upholstery shop, and he is going to help me with my jeans, put buttons on them. So everything as an amputee is a challenge. So getting up on the equipment, that's another challenge. I'm scared to death to slide because if you fall and you hurt yourself, now you're back. Now I got to start over again. So it's a lot of adjustments.
Yeah, but take it one day at a time. Gosh.
Skinny jeans? No.
No, those days are gone. So I know that you've been through a lot mentally, emotionally, but you still always have a smile on your face. At least whenever I see you. I know sometimes you don't, but a lot of times I see you, you do.
Everybody's going to have their days like you're going to have your days when you're down, and then there's days that it's not going to define me. I'm going to get over this.
Yes.
You don't take everything serious anymore like you used to, because life is short. If I hadn't have jumped, I could have been paralyzed all the way, or I could have been gone.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's just insane to think about. So what has been a couple of your silver lining moments maybe in all this? I know you kind of touched on everybody coming and setting up the garage for you, right? What other silver linings have there been in this?
Silver linings. I love kids, and this is probably not what you're looking for, but your kids were involved in this, so this is the way we're going to go with this story right now.
I know where it's going. I love it.
So the kids, Peyton and Knox, were there. They seen me laying on the ground. They seen me screaming. They seen me crying. So Peyton was scared to come sit by me, be by me. There's one day I'm like, you know what? I'm not having this. So I grabbed her and I picked her up and I sat her on the bed. She started crying. She goes, it scares me to sit by you. I don't want to hurt you. I said, honey, you're not going to hurt me. I will let you know if you hurt me. So she had a hard time. She has a hard time staying with me or driving with me. So this particular incident that I'm going to say is with your children, because I love them dearly. So I called you and I said, hey, how's Knox doing? You guys are coming. I would need to know kind of what to take of this. So kids walked up. They literally went around me. They did not look at me. They just kind of went around me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. So I called them, and this probably be the wrong thing. People probably think bad of me, but I thought it was hilarious at the time. So I took my stub up and I started talking to the kids. Broke the ice. They lost it. So the rest of the evening, the kids grabbed their knees and said, hi, I'm Bekah. So, you got to have fun with that. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, they say.
So, I featured some of my friends that are battling cancer right now too. And it's amazing how the dark humor that, like a year and a half ago, if you would have heard somebody doing that, you would have been like, oh, like, ugh. But when you're in the moment, it's moments like that you just have to embrace it and laugh about it. And the kids thought it was hysterical. For weeks, they talked with their knee. And it should be known that, like I named my Port Thelma, Peyton helped you name your stub. And what is its name?
Stubby.
Stubby. Yes. So you have Stubby with you. And yeah, it's just until you go through something that is just so life altering like this, I don't think you can truly understand the appreciation for humor.
No.
And if it's not appropriate.
And I've been told, people kind of got irritated with me. That's too soon. Too soon for who? I'm the one with the amputee.
Right.
But this is how I get through it. Jokes, laugh. I mean, it's a serious condition. Everybody has it. I mean, not everybody has it, but
people have it.
I get through.
Yep, absolutely. So, is there anything else you want people to know about this? Maybe somebody else that might be experiencing what you're going through, maybe in just in a different stage of it. I know it's kind of.
I think anything you're dealing with, in the beginning, it's going to hurt. Like you know this after surgery, it hurts. It's temporary. It's your decision after that on which way you want to go. Do you want to sit, complain, mope, or do you want to further yourself?
Yep.
On my end, I worked my butt off when I was laying in bed doing things. I had rubber bands, but it's up to you at that point. And the pain is temporary, the hard pain. Everybody's going to have pain, no matter what you do. It's you that has to deal with it and how you want to deal with it.
I love it. I love it. You can't let it beat you, right? Like you've said over and over, I'm not letting this define who I am.
I will not let it define me. In 6 months, I was on my four-wheeler again.
I know, and I love that because when were you guys last out? Like Thanksgiving, right? Is when you guys had that big ride with a lot, you know.
Yes.
I love that. I love that because that's what you need. Like that's the things that make you happy, and you figured out how to just continue that. So, okay, so I forgot to do our mugs in the beginning. We're gonna do it now, though. So this is my mug that I have for today. It says, "I love you so much," because you are family. But this was given to me when I first found out about cancer from one of my students who lives in Austin, Texas, which happens to be one of my favorite places too. So this is the mug I have today. I know I've heard about your mug, but I would love for you to share about your mug.
This is my mug. 2020 was not my year. I got in my accident in October 2nd. My father had died of complications after surgery, got infected, and he had passed away. I was unable to drive at the time, so I was unable to go say my goodbyes to him. So at his funeral, we all went down and we went to Bass Pro because that was his favorite store. And we all got family mugs. So that's my favorite mug.
Perfect. It's perfect. Okay. Well, you're good. It's good. It's good. Bekah, I really thank you for doing this and sharing your story. I know it's probably not easy, but I'm so happy that you're at the point where you can because people need to hear it. Your strength and your attitude through it have been amazing. And it's not always been perfect, right? Like nothing ever is, but ultimately, like the key, your thing is you are not letting this define you. And I truly see that. So, so you are just so inspiring. You're so strong. And I'm happy I get to call you my sister-in-law, and I can't wait for all of this darn COVID stuff to be done so we can go back to having our fun.
There we go. I'm glad.
All right.
And I'm happy. And thank you. And I love you so much.
I love you too. All right.